40k is back! Don't miss our first look unboxing of the new Dark Imperium set for 8th edition.
Spiky bits.
What's up, hobby maniacs? Rob Baer with you today, checking out the new hotness, the new Dark Imperium box for Warhammer 40k. It's been a while. Games Workshop, you left us for a hot minute. You might have left us without a dope beat to step to, but now you're back. You're making all the right moves for the most part, I think. Nobody can please everybody all the time. I think we can all agree. And now we have the new 8th edition box set. And this thing it's a doozy. I mean, it is a heavy box. This is a hefty beast right here because, of course, it includes the new Warhammer 40k rule book as well. Now, of course, you can see it has all the fantastic new models in art on the front cover. All the new Primaris Marines, the Death Guard stuff. It's got this dope slipcase here. When we flip it over, you can see all the stuff that comes inside it here. All the 53 different miniatures from Primaris to Death Guard. You've got the special characters, the Poxwalkers, your Primaris dudes, the new armor guys, like all the stuff in here, the little Interceptor, Orbiter, jump guys. Like everything is in here. It all looks great. This is a fantastic like display box. Just to anybody that's ever thought about getting a Warhammer 40k, I don't see how you can pick this box up and not be like, ooh, I would like to know more. Let me check this thing out here. This is like, it almost feels like a board game in and of itself. And you know how people love them board games. So first off, when you slide out the slip cover here, because it is fantastically designed to kind of convey that amazing out-of-box experience, which has just been bananas, just to like go rifle through this thing, oogle all their goodies and everything, and just check out all the components. And my favorite part of all this is the dice. The dice are phenomenal. I was really surprised. So $160 box, 53 minis. You get the rulebook, of course. You get all the new miniatures that while they're not push fit, they're like easy to assemble, which is great for a lot of these things out there. You get the ruler, the quick start rules, your little kind of flip out chart kind of thing. It's not exactly quick start rules, but it's like quick reference, I guess you could say. There are quick start rules in the book itself, and the dice and the maneuver template there. So once you get into this, you'll notice that the miniatures are separate from the book, and they come in this like kind of in and of itself like interior box that's sealed with a little purity seal right there. We're going to look at those in a second. And then you get down into here where you see it's definitely laid out like a board game kind of system that we've seen some of the stuff from like FFG. Here's the rule book here, and obviously I've rifled through it. Talked about a lot of that stuff already. Then you get the instructions for how to assemble your miniatures. Your core rules quick reference that we talked about already. This is actually all of the rules besides setting up your game and playing your game. So you've got 10 pages here. There's about another 10 pages in the main rulebook that you actually need to play competitively in Warhammer 40k, aka match play. That's literally all you need. The rest of the book, it's fantastic fluff for the new edition and tons of other stuff in there for campaign rules and narrative rules and open play and all that stuff. But if you're a tournament player, you like to play in leagues and things, you're really just going to be focusing and hyper-focusing on these 20 pages over the next couple weeks, I'm sure. Then you get your Dark Imperium transfer sheet here for all the different chapters that are kind of more mainstream than others. Of course, the Nurgle Death Guard doesn't need it. And then you got your 2 quick reference pamphlets that are, I think they're about 24 pages in here with all the rules and everything you need. You just pick this up and you can basically play using these quick reference rules. And I think now we're starting to see why some of those quick reference cards that they put out for Age of Sigmar were as big as they were, because when you break these down and you put these into a quick reference form, they are going to be quite large. So you get down to the bottom of the box, but wait, there's more. Flip out all of the bases and everything you need. You got the little jump attachments here for the jump troops themselves. And then over here, you're going to be looking at the dice and the quick reference template, which is like this clear kind of acrylic. Well, I guess it's not really an acrylic. It's like I forget what they call this. It's like a lenticular kind of clear polymer. Dang it, I totally forgot what this is, but it's awesome. It's way better than the whippy sticks of years old. And then the dice themselves are this really sweet translucent kind of type deal here that seemed to roll pretty well from what I was noticing. Well, not there, of course, but you kind of get my idea. Like, these are really sweet looking. I love them. Nice little translucent dice for all the good boys and girls. So it seems like this box was done up in a very high quality fashion. Now, of course, $160 probably the most expensive starter box we've ever seen from Games Workshop. Remember, Battle for Black Reach, I believe, was $50 when it first came out. There was a lot of rumors saying that it cost Games Workshop $60 landed in their here in the States, in Memphis, where they used to distribute out of. Of course, everything comes out of the UK now, and they just warehouse everything in Memphis here in the States, and who knows, they might be moving to Dallas here in the near future. I don't exactly know what Games Workshop does. They do what they do, but $50 up to $75 for the same starter a couple years later, and then we saw Dark Vengeance around $100. Now we're seeing this one for $160, but this is what you get for your money. We've seen it all already, except for the miniatures themselves, which are very easily displayed in this box. It comes with a little bit of bubble wrap just to kind of keep them all kind of stuck together and pushing up against the top here, just so you know that when you open this box, you're going to get a good quality product, that things aren't going to be all popped off the sprue and all, you know, kind of destroyed and disjointed and things. Now, as far as the sprues themselves, we're not going to get super into that right now, but this is the layout for what you're going to get. You're going to get 2 of these Primaris sprues, which are basically your complete 5-man squads kind of type deal here. You're going to get 2 of the Plague sprues right here, which are going to have some of your Death Guard guys on it, but also some of your Poxwalkers and things. Then you're going to have the kind of like the command type sprue, which is going to contain your Ancient here and some of your characters, which are going to be up on this one. Then, of course, more characters and the Blight Drone. And then over here, you're going to have the rest of your characters. So from first appearance, let's take a look at this. I'm sure you've seen all the miniatures to death, and we've seen the sprues. So now it's time to take a look at something maybe that's a little bit more important. Like, hey, how are these things laid out on the sprues? Because I'm sure there's a lot of folks out there that are like, man, if this is anything like Dark Vengeance, I'm going to bang my head against the wall trying to figure all this stuff out, right? So here we go. You can kind of see here, this is the very first sprue. This is your kind of like your command type sprue, right? So if we open it up to the very first page, you'll see here's Intercessor A, which is going to show you its piece 11, piece 12, or piece 8 and 7 attached to each other, which I believe, let's see, 8 and 7, yep, 8 and 7. So there's 8 and 7 right there that attach to each other. There's the rest of their parts according to this right here. So there's all your parts for that one. Strangely enough, here's all the parts for this one. Then you've got your Standard Bearer, which comes in these 2 different parts, which is going to be on a different page completely, which is right over here. So here's your Standard Bearer, or your Ancient rather. Front half is going to be 34, back piece is going to be 33. You can see right there, there he is with the arm out, there he is, there's your standard, here's all your gear for it. So it looks like each of these guys is completely self-contained in the sprue, which is going to be kind of a huge relief to people trying to put these together really quick on the fly. And then you can see more of them here. Now, I haven't looked through all the sprues. This was just the first one I grabbed, and if those are laid out that well, I have high hopes for the rest of them being laid out that well. But again, don't exactly know 100% quite yet if that is going to be the case. Now we can go hunting, I suppose. Let's grab that command sprue here and see what our luck brings. So here's our command sprue, which is going to have your Gravis. I think it's that guy right there. So let's look for the Gravis guy real quick since we got you here. So here's the Interceptors, the Hellblasters, Lieutenant. There's your Space Marine Captain in your Gravis armor. So here's our Space Marine Captain in our Gravis armor. So there's the cape for sure. Front piece A16, front piece A16. There's our legs, there's our fist, there's our head even, there's our arm. And it looks like there's something that snaps onto the arm. A20. Piece A20, is that it right there? Yeah, that's it right there. So piece A20, and then it looks like there's a 22, a backpack. So all of this right here, so those 2, these 2, this one, and this one are all our Captain and Gravis. So that's good. So they are relatively together here. And then you can see this guy right here looks to be a Hellblaster. So I would say the odds would be good then that that gentleman would be self-contained as well. So if all of these are that well done, let's see. So you got piece B20, which we know we were in the 22s because that was, yep, B20, B21, B23 right here. And B25 is the backpack. Backpack. There it is right there. So that backpack. That is piece 11. Piece 11? That is not that guy. That's this guy right here. So, okay. So it is this guy. A11, 13, 12. 13, 12. Front piece is 8. 8 and 9. Okay, so there it is. So you got your Gravis Captain all right here, and then your self-contained Hellblaster guy right here. So chances are that this over here will be one of the Incessor guys, and then right here is that Sergeant? Yeah, I think that's that Sergeant guy. So it looks like for the most part, this is going to be quick and painless to get put together. Of course, I haven't clipped any of these off the sprue quite yet, which I'm definitely waiting on doing. No, he doesn't have the... Who's the guy that has the shoulder, or the helmet on his belt? Oh, that guy? Is that guy? That's that guy right there. He's the guy with the helmet on his shoulder pad, or on his hip right there. Because why else would you have an armored helmet? That's this guy. Oh, so it is the squad sergeant. Yep, okay, so this guy right here is going to be right here, and then it looks like you have one of the jump pack guys completely self-contained right there. So there it is. Now we know that apparently this will be rather easy to put together. Well, as painless as possible. I wouldn't say easy. These are the easy to fit together sprues that look at first glance to be made rather well for putting together and not a complete where's Waldo, let me find the sprues and figure out where all of this stuff goes. So there it is, your first look at the new Warhammer 40k box set here, the Dark Imperium box set that will be arriving at stores for pre-order here shortly. I think the date is the 3rd, and then we will see these delivering on the 17th, which is right around the corner as well. So if you like our video features here on this channel, make sure you subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment what we got going on here, and head on over to longwar.net. That's the home of the battle reports for exclusive content, early access videos, and more. Become a veteran of the Long War today.